Welcome back to RBCS Season 5, hosted on the ZuggyJ Central Discord server, which is linked in the description. Today we have a matchup between a rising rookie and a renewed veteran. As on the left side of your screen, that's Headshot, driven by RBCS representing Demonic Robotics. And on the right side of your screen, it's November Rain, driven by Man, the team captain of the Round Table Clan. We have a lot of interesting storylines coming into today. It is a very anticipated matchup. Everyone on the server is looking at this one as they want to see who they're going to be facing later on in the tournament. Both these bots seem to have the potential to go all the way to the finals as we start off with some big blows. Neither of these guys shying away from the moment as they're going in on each other right off the bat. No feeling out process as they're meeting in the middle of the arena. There goes Headshot up in the air. He's off the roof and he lands back into the arena as you see some of the power from that horizontal spinner on November Rain, driven by Man, who is second in all-time fights in RBCS and MBIT fights. I mean, he's been around for not the longest, but almost every competition that's been out there, he's been in, driving in all of it, getting his skills down and building bots like you see on your screen today, which is also doing very, very well in the best-looking bot competition, I must say. As we see Corey kind of getting pinned in the corner here. Let's see if he can drive Headshot out of there as it's stuck in the corner, but not taking a lot of damage. The armor holding up well. Opportunity to get to the backside here. Unable to do so as Man's able to drive November Rain out of there and flip over. Headshot. Can he get him here? Can he do some damage? He's on his back. He's able to self-right, and he's able to land a blow on the wheels as Man was unable to maneuver his bot in there. November Rain still in the fight, but just passed up on a huge opportunity. As you can see, his weapon starting to get shredded here by Headshot. Now he's on his back, self-rider deployed, and Headshot, a big charging blow into him, and he gets thrown across the arena. And both of these guys, no regards, absolutely no safe play here. They're both going full aggression mode, which is what you love to see in RBCS. But now we meet in the middle of the arena, and I think we're going to see a calmer portion there. As I think a wheel is missing from the right side. Yes, it is. November Rain missing a wheel as Headshot's on his back, able to flip up, able to get back onto his wheels. Another opportunity there for November Rain, unable to capitalize. Did a tiny bit of damage, so I guess it wasn't the worst thing ever. But that was an opportunity to get some wheels out there. But he throws them near the drum spinner. Maybe this could be an opportunity here as we're down to 1:10 left in our match, just about. As this one may have judge's decision potential written all over it, as both weapons seem to be pretty damaged, and neither side has a lot of cutters left on the weapon, which if you're unfamiliar with playing crazy, cutters are the block in the game that allows these guys to do damage to each other. So you got to protect them, and with both sides throwing caution to the wind, it may have cost them a lot of them, but I think that Headshot has a few more on there, as I've seen a few blocks flying off of November Rain's Battlebot. So we'll see if he's able to finish this fight up with 45 seconds left to go here before the judges' decision. If you're wondering how the judges have done their job throughout the season, they'll be rating the bots off of how aggressive they were, how mobile they still are, and how much damage they've done throughout the fight. But now they're kind of circling each other, the bots are, as they meet in the middle of the arena. Pops him up on his back. Opportunity to get a wheel as Man's trying his best to drive his bot the best he can with basically no weapon left on it. You can see there's a little bit still there, but Headshot just trying to get at those wheels, take advantage of bad driving mistakes from Man. Although there haven't been many, he's drove pretty well up to this point in the match. 10 seconds left. The referee's going to count us down, bring us to a judge's decision unless Headshot can finish him off before then. But 4, here we go. It looks like we're headed to a judge's decision, and we'll have to see what the judges say when we come back. And we are back from the break, and by unanimous decision, Headshot has taken Game 1 off of November Rain. Well, it's time for Game 2, and before we really get into it, let's go over the records of these bots. RBCS, this is his first year in an RBCS or MBIT affiliated event. He is 6-3 so far in his career. He's going up against an absolute veteran in Man. He is 28-22 in his career and looks to add on here if he can just get back into this fight. You know he has the potential to. You've seen it before, but Headshot with the surprising upset in the first game as there he goes into the wall. Huge slamming blow. That horizontal spinner just did some work on Headshot. Just threw him into the wall at Mach 5 and sent him all the way across the arena. And you see here, he kind of has him pinned in the corner, maybe having some drivetrain issues on Headshot. So November Rain going to try to capitalize on this as he's not driving too well. I see a wheel gets knocked out there. That's what November Rain needs to do. Get after those wheels. They're well protected, but once you get a few of them out of there, he's not going to drive very well. And you notice on November Rain, he has those custom wheels, so you can take off a block or two, but it's still able to function. But they are exposed on the outside, so Man's going to have to drive his bot very well if he wants to win this fight. Spins off of the ballast spinner, delivers a shot, and a Headshot has him on the back, going after the self-rider, getting into the back of the Battlebot, pushing him into the corner. November November Rain's controlling the fight, and the referees are going to start counting him down. He's unable to move, and those blows, that combo from November Rain was super effective. What driving from Man? He's going to tie up this series, and we're going to head to a Game 3 tied at 1 apiece. Well, in that last fight, Man kicked it up a notch, driving November Rain expertly. Some of the best BattleBot driving I've seen in my 4 years of doing this. That was amazing. But let's see if Corey can show off his skills as well. He's also a good driver. He does a backflip, side flip over November Rain. That was impressive. Not sure if he meant to do that, but that was pretty sick as they head towards the corner and do some more weapon-to-weapon hits, as that's what we're going to see a lot in this fight, especially with Headshot. He loves to grind down other people's weapons. Let's see if he can do it here as he's getting carried. He's near that drum spinner. He's up on the wall. He's out of the arena, and that's going to count. It was before 30 seconds, but since the arena sent him out, it's going to count, and November Rain wins Game 3. So I know I have a lot of new fans watching this season of BattleBots, and basically before 30 seconds, you aren't allowed to be sent out of the arena, but if one of the arena hazards, such as the drum spinner there or the ballast spinners on the side, sends you out before the 30 seconds, it will count as a ring out, and it also applies to the box for the rest of the season. But just wanted to make that clear for you guys, and we're going to move on to Game 4. Well, we're going to head into Game 4 here as the series has completely flipped on its head. What started off as a good headshot start has turned into absolute nothing but momentum for November Rain as he's been driving expertly. Huge collision off the arena wall. They're glitching into each other, and there seems to be a lag spike in the arena, but November Rain opportunity here as he has Headshot on his back, able to spin into the weapon, do some damage, and he's able to self-right. Headshot back into the fight, but there goes November Rain into the wall. They meet in the middle of the arena here. Headshot, huge hit, takes off a wheel, and we have big action here in Game 4 as both bots appear to be giving it their all, and Man now on the back foot. After I talked about all the momentum he had, Headshot has turned that around and is driving very well here to start the match, as he seems to have pretty much most of the control, as we are 2:20 left in the fight, and we've seen more action than I think we've seen in any of the fights so far in the first 40 seconds. But now Man opportunity to get to the backside, gets a good shot on the back, and now putting him back into the corner as we see Man showing off his driving ability with November Rain here, trying to push him back into that drum spinner. And can Corey move? I see wheels flying out from under there, and he took a lot of damage there in that encounter, and he's going to have to be able to brush that off and try to get back into the fight and see if he can still drive, because a lot of wheels got knocked out there in that encounter. As we meet back in the middle of the arena here, November Rain going in again, and it's really funny to watch him hit, because whenever he uses his weapon, he always gets spun around himself.
I'm going to need to see some control movement from you.
Here comes the referee's going to start counting him out. He can't move anymore. November Rain's going to win the series. Unless he shows some movement in the next 5 seconds, November Rain is going to win 3-1, and he shows why he's a veteran, and he shows why he's a team captain. What a series from Man and November Rain. Great driving and a great BattleBot.